Okay. I'm Bolt. I'm from What's Safeword. I do a YouTube series, and I'm also living in Seattle.
Cool. So, and you're a human pup?
Yes, I identify as one, yeah.
How did you how did you discover human pup play?
A really good friend, actually, my friend on the YouTube series, Amp, got me involved in it back like 4 or 5 years ago. I think it was actually 4 years ago. There was a competition, Northwest Puppies and Handler, like the contest, and he was trying to get a bunch of people to help him out with a skit, and I was an artist and he was an artist, and we were both kind of in the same field in game design, and we got along as just friends. And then he kind of slowly introduced me into this puppy thing, which I was like, what is this thing? Yep. And yet, at the time, he had a handler who now lives in New York, and he now has another handler who's in San Francisco, so you know, lots of confusing things there. But he explained what a handler was to me. I was really interested in this like dynamic, and that was fun to me. And I helped him out with the contest, and he introduced me to pretty much all of CPA, which was Seattle Pups and Handlers, and I just fell in love with the community. It was fun, it was different, it was kinky, and I really wanted to get into the kink scene, and this was my like first door, my portal, my opening door. It was my baby step into the community, which was really helpful to me. So yeah.
So if you had to think of 3 things that you really love about pup play, or that you've really appreciated from being a pup, what would they be?
I would say, well, that first one, which I just mentioned, which was like that introduction into BDSM and kink. It was that baby step. And then, let's see. 2, I've found the community to be really diverse, and especially like interested in learning things and discovering. And they're young. It's a young community. Like I feel like it's full of younger people. Not to say there isn't a like large breadth of ages and genders and stuff, but I'm finding that like it aims towards the people who are just getting interested, and that's cool to me. And then I would say it's just kind of like hot to me, because I kind of identify as a little bit of a furry, kind of fursona-esque thing. I have that like mentality of a puppy, and people, even though I haven't ever explicitly said I'm a puppy, they call me like a puppy, just because I act a little.
Yeah. So at Sirius, we actually talk a lot about pup persona.
Yeah.
So what's your pup persona?
Well, I guess I identify as a boxer.
Okay.
So I have a breed, and that's like obviously pretty tall, lanky, and goofy. So that's pretty much me. Oh man, how else can I say this? I lost my train of thought.
So your pup persona.
Yeah. It's basically just, it's an emphasized version of me more than anything. And it does allow me to be a little more free, especially when I'm in a hood, to be different and interesting. And now that's like bled into just Bolt as a person, necessarily out of hood, and just Bolt, which is great to me. So I feel like it's just a persona that's me, but emphasized in a really cool and interesting me way. So
do you think that pup play has enhanced your life?
I would say yeah. I think I wouldn't have done a lot of things had it not been for this. Like, this is how I got introduced into kink and BDSM. It's where I found some people who are into porn and that's how I got introduced into porn and did porn.
Mm.
Like, it's not something I would have done before, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing either. Like, to be sexually open and like, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess just like sexually open. I'm glad I'm able to do that, and this community opened me up to it.
Cool.
And did it in an easier manner. So yeah.
So a lot of people say that that pup play is it's almost like a feeder product to BDSM.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. No, I'm not going to argue with that. That's pretty accurate. I mean, I did say it before. Like, this was how I got introduced. So I feel like this is how a lot of people get introduced. It is Sir Boy Light or Master Slave Real Light. So yeah,
Diet.
It's diet.
Bondage.
Diet bondage. That's a good way of looking at it. So yeah, cool. And it's just kind of where I started all my knowledge and got all my info.
Do you think that there's, if you could teach the pup community one thing, what do you think we could all afford to learn?
Oh man.
Do you have a bugbear that within the community you think, oh, I really wish we didn't do that, or?
I think, well, this is outside of pup play, and this is after I've learned more about like the BDSM community. I think the biggest thing in the BDSM community that I was always taught, especially being a boy for a while, was respect, and like that understanding, respect and loyalty and I guess I know it's an antiquated idea sometimes, especially in the leather community, but I feel like respecting your elders and people who are older than you to teach you things. And I know that's something that's not nearly as iterated and reiterated in the puppy community. It's hard to find that like person who can.
So like an elder within the community.
Elder, yeah.
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 Because certainly that's something that we all are striving towards, is to give as much good information as possible.
Yeah.
And there's almost like a new school. Say, for example, is it Pup Tugger that was wearing heels on stage at IML?
I think so, yeah.
Which is, there's going to be the new guard, and there's always the old guard versus new guard.
Totally fine with both of those.
But I think it's important that we have an injection of fresh and something new.
Yeah.
But that we have a basis from where to launch from the elders of the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you can think of a peak pup experience that you've had in your life, what would that be? What's been the pinnacle of your life as experience as a human pup?
Man, I think it's just the different interactions that I get. I couldn't think of a specific moment, but I feel like it's really fun to just like grasp this new form of communication that some people have. Like when maybe you walk into a bar and you see a whole bunch of pups and they just bark at you, and I'm like, oh, this is good. I know what's going on. It's just a greeting. They don't have to be weird about it, and they don't have to like inject much past barking, which is it's just like, it's just an awareness of community, and like suddenly I'm part of a good thing that I really like, and that people are learning in it and doing cool things. I think that's probably the epitome. It's just that realization.
Cool.
So, yeah.
And you and AMP are already prominent in the community because you're producing stuff that's helping other people learn.
Yeah.
And that's great. So what's the name of your YouTube channel again?
Watts the Safeword. So WATTS, just because it's a pun. Because we're Amp and Bolt. It's terrible. But that's our whole shtick.
I didn't realise that Yeah.
Did you not get that until now?
Yeah, no, until you explained it. That's true. So
it's okay. You're not the first.
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.